The realities of being elected mayor of the city of Cleveland, which was 35% black at that time and 65% white and white Eastern European ethnics, was that you couldn't run a civil rights campaign here. You had to run a straight political campaign in which you blurred or eliminated the racial distinctions as much as you could.
Do you feel that you're making any progress with it?
I wouldn't be out here tonight if I didn't believe that. Hope I made it with you, for instance.
Oh, you already had me.
Good luck, good luck. I want to tell the gentleman in the back that all of us ladies, we pick our lipsticks by color, sometimes our dresses, but we don't vote that way. We study the candidates.
Stokes needed to win white support and increase voter turnout in the black wards.
We knew we had the votes, but we had to get them out. It's one thing to have them, but to have them just sit there. So we organized block by block.
By late summer, the registration drive had added 30,000 black voters to the rolls. But with the primary only weeks away, campaign workers in the black neighborhoods found they had another battle to win.
There was a certain segment of people who had this negative attitude. They felt, well, this just can't be. The people just won't elect a black man.
We were in a motorcade coming down East 55th Street, and my wife Shirley and I were sitting on the back seat of the convertible, and a little black kid that was maybe 8 years old, probably, came up to us as we were stopped at a traffic signal, and he said, "Are you Carl Stokes?" And I said, "Yes." And he just gave a little leap in the air and ran down the street, clapping his hands, saying, "He's colored, he's colored, he's colored, he's colored." I thought that sort of caught the sense of pride that I felt as I went through the black areas of the city of Cleveland.
Don't vote for me because I'm a Negro. But God knows, don't vote against me because I'm a Negro. Here? We ain't what we want to be. And Lord, we ain't what we're going to be. But great God, we sure ain't what we was, Lord. Thank you.
On primary election day, blacks voted in record numbers. Stokes supporters knew that victory was within reach.
We went back to the campaign headquarters, but it was a very difficult job even getting close to it. The campaign headquarters that I had opened months before as an empty, barren place was now just surrounded by people far out into the street, and there was dancing in the street on Superior Avenue.
Stokes' primary victory was clear-cut. 96% support in the black community and 52% support citywide. But the campaign was far from over.
We had stressed so much that you must vote for Carl in the primary and you won't get a second chance. Now, if you don't put him on the ballot, you can forget the whole deal. So they went out and voted for him. I think that was October the 3rd. Okay, we said, now, we got to get him back to the polls again, November the 7th. So we had telephone banks going, and we would call them, and we would visit them. We'd have the block captains go see them, the block supervisors, and they'd tell us, already voted for him. We said, oh, my God, we got to do a voter education campaign. They said, yes, but you just put him on the ticket. You've got to go back again and vote to be sure that he's the mayor. And that was a job.
We got to get out and knock on these doors. We got to bring the ones that never get out and never think about what is going to become of the city. Just a few of us have to get out and make ourselves committee of one and get the vote out for Carl Stokes. And then we can sing, we're going to walk together, children. We're going to talk together, children. And we are going to have our mayor down there that will speak for everybody, children. Let's go on and work for Carl Stokes.
Opinion polls showed large numbers of undecided white voters moving to Taft. With 15 days left to campaign, Taft reached out to the white West Side.
Hello there, sir. It's Seth Taft. How are you?
For whom do you intend to vote for?
Taft.
Taft. What do you feel the major political issue is? Race, crime, urban renewal?
Well, I'd say crime.
crime?
Stokes struggled to hold on to his white support. But as he continued to slip in the polls, he returned to the black community to make his appeal.
The thing upon which I have depended has been that if you show people that you have the qualifications, that then you're not going to be penalized just because you happen to be a Negro.
Mr. Stokes, he knows more about what we need. He can do more for us, and he's going to do it. And I think he's going to get it, because we have worked awfully hard.
We never gave up hope because I guess we were very loose in this endeavor because Carl B. Stokes had brought more unity amongst the people of Cleveland than I had ever witnessed. And losing really wasn't part of my thought at the time.
Taft 1. Stokes. Stokes 2. Stokes. Stokes 3. Stokes. Stokes 4. Taft.
We were ahead in what had come in so far. And so the guys were getting me practiced up on an acceptance speech, or whatever we might call it. And then somebody came in with a list of what precincts had not reported. And as soon as we saw that, it was all over. Because the precincts that hadn't been reported at that moment were precincts in the black community.
At 5 a.m., the final tally was announced. By a narrow margin, Carl Stokes had been elected mayor of America's 10th largest city.
How's it feel? It's a wonderful moment. Never has one man owed so much to so many. Those of us who were Polish, Hungarian, Croatian, Romanians, Negroes, Germans, Irish, all Jewish, yeah. Yes, Jewish. God bless America. Thanks all.
Oh, yes, it was a first. We had done something that hadn't been done any place in the country before. And since folks laughed at us in '65 and we pulled it off in '67, I guess we felt pretty smug about it. And, yeah, we were very happy about it. And we said if it can be done here, it can be done other places.
In Cleveland, the power of the vote had put a black man in charge of city government. 2 months later, Gary, Indiana inaugurated its first black mayor, Richard Hatcher.